Hello everyone, welcome again. Today we are going to solve part 2 for OWASP API Security Top 10 to 1. We were at task 6 and let's continue from here. Vulnerability 4, lack of resources and rate limiting. How does it happen? Lack of resources and rate limiting means that APIs do not enforce any restriction on the frequency of clients' requested resources or the file size, which badly affects the API server performance and leads to the denial of service or non-availability of service. Consider a scenario where an API limit is not enforced, thus allowing a user to upload several gigabyte files simultaneously or make any number of requests per second. Such as endpoints will result in excessive resource utilization in network, storage, compute, and etc. Likely impact. The attack primarily targets the availability principles of security. As you remember, there were three main principles of security, which is called CIA triad, and C is for confidentiality, I is for integrity, yes, and A is for availability. And this attack primarily targets the availability of the system. However, it can tarnish the brand's reputation and cause financial loss. Here we see reputation again, and it is really important for companies. And now our practical example. Continue to use the Chrome browser and Talent API tester for debugging in the virtual machine. The company MHT purchased an email marketing plan for sending marketing password recovery emails and etc. Bob realized that he had successfully developed a login API, but there must be a forget password option that can be used to recover an account. He started building an endpoint API rule for send OTP that will send a 4-digit numeric code to the user's email address. An authenticated user will use that one-time password to recover the account. OTP means one-time password. You will see in your daily life. You will see these words in your daily life as a cybersecurity engineer or specialist. Anyway, let's continue this address from our API. Our local host has to be belong to the port 8, right? Port 8, yes, and MHD, yes. The rule for that was API rule 4 send OTP. Okay, API rule 4 and send OTP, sorry, yes, and then that's all, I think. Yes, let's make a request to this address, but firstly we have to change our method. It has to be post because we will send some data to the server, and our first data, probably the only data, is email. And let's type here test. I can't do this sign, and that's why I have to copy it from here, but no, it's broken. Sorry then. I can take it like that, or yes, I can. Oh my god, let's try to copy it from here and come back to our task, and let's copy it, gmail.com. and now let's see our results. As you can see, our response code is 200. okay, and here where there is a message it says 4-digit OTP sent on email. The email is this one. And then let's continue to read. What is the issue here? Bob has not enabled any rate limiting in the endpoint. A malicious actor can write a small script and brute force to endpoint, sending many emails in a few seconds and using the company's recently purchased email marketing plan, which is caused financial loss. Finally, Bob came up with an intelligent solution. A payroll force sent on TP, as S means here, secure, and enable rate limiting such that the user has to wait 2 minutes to request an OTP token again. And also you can use captchas here. It's another way to solve this problem, because anyone who wants to make a request for missing passwords have to use or have to solve captchas. Okay, and it may prevent the brute force attacks. And I think that's okay. No need to test these API, the secure API. Mitigation measures. Ensure using a captcha. As you can see, ensure using a captcha to avoid requests from automated scripts and bots. Ensure implementation of a limit. In addition, ensure implementation of a limit how often a client can call an API within a specified time and notify instantly when the limit is exceeded. Ensure to define the maximum data size on all parameters and payloads, max string length and max number of array elements. As you can see, guys, here actually the hackers or the attackers don't have any information from the system. They don't steal any information from the system here. They just use the system resources for nothing. If any prevention, if here we don't take any prevention, as you can see, our email quota might be full of capacity, and then it's a big problem for our company, because we have to pay. We will have to buy a new packet again to make our system work. And the thing that I want to say here is, sometimes it's not about stealing information. It's just about giving damage to a system like that. Here we don't have any information, but we give some damage to a company or and etc. Anyway, let's read the questions. Can rate limiting be carried out at the network level through firewall? Of course, yes. As you can think like that, if one IP makes 5 requests in 2 minutes, then block that IP address for 30 minutes, and we can take this we can solve this with a firewall rules. What is the HTTP response code when you send a post request to do a payroll for send OTP secure using the email address? This one, the response code will be 200 OK, as you can see here. If this email address exists. If it's not in the database, probably we won't have 200 response code. What is the message key value after an HTTP post request? Oh, then sorry, we have to go there. And the thing here is my example. Actually, let's do it sales and now send. As you can see, invalid email. Oh, sorry, we have still 200 response codes because server can respond to us. As you can see here, sorry for my mistake, we will have again a 200 response code, but this time this code says, or this response says, that it is an invalid email. Let's type here HR, like in the second question. And is it's not like that, I think. Yes, it is mhd send. Are you for real? There has to be a mistake here. Okay, the URL seems correct, but okay, so we can say that also this email address doesn't exist. Okay, if I didn't type uh, wrong. Yes, they both don't exist, and the response code is 200 because the server can respond to us. It means this, okay, but it says invalid email. Anyway, let's continue with task 7. Here our vulnerability 5 is broken function level authorization. How does it happen? Broken function level authorization reflects a scenario where a low privileged user bypasses system checks and gets access to confidential data by impersonating a high privileged user. Consider a scenario of complex access control policies with various hierarchies, roles, and groups, and a vague separation between regular and administrative functions, leading to severe authorization flows. By taking advantage of these issues, the intruders can easily access the unauthorized resources of another user, or most dangerously, the administrative functions. Broken function level authorization reflects IDOR, which is insecure direct object reference permission, where a user, most probably an intruder, can perform administrative level tasks. APIs with complex user roles and permissions that can span the hierarchy are more prone to this attack. Likely impact: the attack primarily targets the authorization and non-repudiation principles of security. Broken functional level authorization can lead an intruder to impersonate an unauthorized user and let the malicious actor get administrative rights to perform sensitive tasks. Let's move on with practical example. Bob has been assigned another task to develop an admin dashboard for company executives so that they can view all employees' data and perform specific tasks. Bob developed an endpoint, a Pyrrole 5 users vulnerable, to fetch data of all employees from the database. To add protection, he added another layer to security by adding a special header, isAdmin, in each request. The API only fetches employee information from the database if isAdmin equals 1 and authorization token are correct. The authorization token for HR user Alice is this one. Okay. And let's make this request with our API. Let's make it 5 and it is users we, okay, users we, and our headers, there has to be isAdmin, right? Yes, authorization token and isAdmin. Let's type here authorization. Sorry for my fingers, they are really slow today. Authorization tokens of our I will do it, type it here, paste it here, and our authorization token is this one. Let's copy it and paste it here, and we will add another header which is isAdmin, and it will be equal to 1, and then I will copy this sign again because I will need it, and maybe don't, but I want to do it again anyway. Now I have to make a GET request. Now as you can see, our email has gone because in GET request we want to receive some data from server, but if you make a post request, it means that you will give some information to the server, and post requests make this communication safer, because it doesn't send data as clear texts, and it doesn't hold cache in our browser. Anyway, let's send our requests, and as you can see, our authorization token is this one, and there is a header. There is another header here, is admin, and we made it 1. The value of is admin 1, which means true. And with that way, we got some information. There are two ID 1 and ID 2, but let's make it 0, and then, as you can see, false, out header not set. It's that simple to manipulate the headers, guys. And as you can see now, I can have admin's information and of course Alice's information here. We can see that Alice is a non-admin user, but can see all employees' data by setting custom requests to the endpoint with his admin value. And the issue can be resolved programmatically by implementing correct authorization rules and checking the functional roles of each user in the database during the query. Bob implemented another endpoint, which is a payroll 5 user secure, that validates each user's role and only shows employees data if the role is admin. And it's like that. Mitigation measures, you can read it. I will solve the questions here. What is the mobile number for the username Alice? Here our answer, you can copy and paste it. Is it a good practice to send is admin value through the hidden files in form requests? Of course not. What is the address flag of username admin? It is this one, I think. Yes, it is address, and the flag is this one. You can again copy and paste it. Okay, that's all for part 2. Thanks for watching. I hope I could help you, and last thing that I want to say is see you in the next videos, guys. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.